Hey guys, so I wanted to profile one of the couples from this new show, Forbidden Love. One that stands out to me very much. Forbidden Love is a reality-based show on TLC where there are couples that are in love, but they're from different religious backgrounds, different cultural backgrounds, and a lot of times the families aren't really in agreement. So this is the main issue on the show, Forbidden Love. Lindsey and Elmer, he is Amish, she is considered English / just a regular American, because anyone outside the Amish belief system, he calls them English, or they call them English. So age difference here, over 10-year age difference. Lindsey is 34, Elmer is 23. He knows nothing about women or relationships. He's Amish again, and he's only 23, so that's another reason why he probably knows little to nothing. But he's doing roofing work with his brother, and this is how he meets this young lady, Lindsey. And she kind of looks like one of those girls that you might see. I'll say one of the Instagram girls. I won't say she's over sexualized, but she does have a sexual edge to her. And it's probably, especially for an Amish guy, probably really that edge. But she, in a way, seduces him. She invites him in, and, they were sitting on the couch one day. Then she invites him to go to her bedroom, and that's how their whole relationship starts. And I don't like the whole seduction vibe, especially with someone that's not only young, but has no idea of what your customs are. And she's even said herself she didn't know how stark the difference was between the Amish customs and just traditional American customs in life in general. Most people know that Amish don't use electricity. They ride on horses and carriages. I guess she knew that much, but it's a very big difference. And I feel like she was like, the hot teacher seducing the student. And of course it's not to that level, because he was an adult man. He was 23. But again, he was very naive. To be Amish and to be 23 and she's 34, I'm just not liking that vibe, but just not feeling that as the start of a relationship. And this is his first relationship. And, to me, it reads a little desperate to me. She is 34. I don't know if she's just like, I need me a man, I need me a husband, I need someone maybe I can control. This giving me a bit of those vibes, just the age difference alone, but just also the fact that he's like completely from a different place in almost a different time, considering he even said that. He said it's like the 1800s where he lived. She didn't realize all the stuff she would have to do for him. And now she's pregnant. Their relationship's been for 6 months. She's pregnant, I think, by a couple months. They got pregnant like right after they got married. But, I think he even went against his religious beliefs and values by sleeping with her not right off the bat. I mean, I guess they kind of got a little bit of time to get to know each other, but I'm sure in the Amish belief system that, they're not sleeping with people like on the regular, especially because I'm sure they have to be married before they even do those types of things. So she got him to kind of break his own belief system. She seduced him. So that's just a great way to start a relationship, right? So she's taking care of him, doing everything for him. She's even helping him floss. He doesn't know how to floss. He's not used to indoor plumbing. He's not even used to using deodorant every day. He forgets to flush the toilet. It's like she has another child living with her, another baby, and then she has a baby on the way. So what did you sign up for? Then they get a little bit deeper and talk about circumcision. The man in the Amish countries are not circumcised. I guess they don't believe in circumcision, and that, most American men get circumcised as babies, so that's already taken care of. But that's the part of the male's private area that is foreskin that's usually cut off. But she says she has to teach him how to take care of his foreskin because he doesn't do that properly either. It's a lot. It's maybe even more than I wanted to know with this couple, but I'm like, wow, it's a little fascinating, a little crazy. I'm a little mad at her for her seduction part, but now that she's in this, and I think she's kind of paying the piper a bit for the choice that she made to hook up with this young man. She says he's obsessed with porn now. He's always on the phone. Now that he's discovered technology, he's on the phone and addicted, kind of like the rest of us. But not only that, he's addicted to the access to porn, which is so easily accessible. And she's saying that he stopped. He said that he stopped, but she said that he would be off in the car by himself doing things with himself, with the porn, and not coming home to her and being with her. And I mean, that's the whole reason that she seduced him, right? To get a man, a husband to come home to her and fulfill those needs. I guess that's part of the reason, right? He's been shunned from his family. They pull up in their truck to like these horse auctions, which he knows about, and he's gonna try to flip horses. Like, if you ever heard of flipping houses, you can flip horses because horses is a big thing in the Amish community. They even use them as race horses as well. Of course, they use it as transportation. So he's going to try to see if he can kind of get into that industry. And a lot of his family members are walking around there because mostly Amish people are part of this. They can't talk to him. He's been shunned. He sees his cousins. They're not going to look at him or say anything to them or to him because he married her. So it's a high price to pay. He even said it's kind of a high price to pay to lose everything he used to know. But he does seem like he's somewhat enjoying American life, especially the porn part. So she's kind of in a way sullied this young man. Not to say that he wasn't going to get that way anyway. I do believe that there's a time when Amish people are able to go out into the real world and choose whether they want to be in American culture. I won't say the real world, but American culture versus their own culture. They get a chance, an opportunity to do that. Not sure on his story about that, if he had that opportunity or not. But she's definitely gave him the opportunity, and now he's here, doing what he does. There's going to be a lot of drama coming up for them as well. They show previews. There's even more drama to come with this couple. Then it's the thought, she brings up the fact of some Amish people, do the men have sex with animals? And he says, and she actually asked, did you do anything with animals? And he kind of was slow to respond. So I don't know if that's a sign there, but he said no, he never did anything, but he's heard of people that's done things because they shun, of course, people having sex, premarital sex. And if you're not married and you haven't found a wife yet, people have urges, so they go to the animals. And, for people in the Christian faith, that's considered bestiality. It's actually in the Bible, in the early parts of the Bible, that's something you should not be with an animal. So I'm not sure fully what the Amish belief system is based on. I thought it had some Bible in it, but, maybe you guys can school me on that as well. But people are having sex with the animals, and I've actually heard in some countries where there's not a lot of people there, not a lot of access to women, that has happened. Not saying it's normal, not saying it's okay. And back in the day when, again, there weren't a lot of access to women, and if you had certain cultural beliefs, I guess people were doing things with the animals. And I don't think that's right. The Bible says it's not right. To me, you're abusing an animal at that point. Even though I care about animals, I'm not an animal rights person, but I do care about animals. And I think that's just abusive. No one should be abused, and animals shouldn't be abused as well. To turn something into a sex object like that, to me, is scary. And if you do have urges, there's possibly other ways you can take care of them besides going to do things to animals, going to do things to children. I mean, I'm not saying it's the same thing, but some people have done all of these different things because they do have sex issues, and it's like anything for sex. And that's a problem if you have sex addiction issues. I mean, of course, men have urges. Again, there's other ways you guys can take care of that without going against your belief system and without doing things with animals and doing things with unsuspecting, innocent beings, whatever that may look like. So that was heavy for me. I'm like, these guys need their own show. This is crazy. This is scary. This is intriguing at the same time. I don't know what to expect next from this couple. And I'm kind of afraid for them, but I'm hoping that things work out. There's a baby that's going to be brought into this situation. So I don't know. And then later, I don't know if she said that during this episode or coming up soon, because they show previews, but she said, I thought because he was Amish, he had a good Christian background, that, porn wouldn't be an issue. He wouldn't be that type of guy. So now I'm dealing with somebody that now they're into porn, but I thought he was going to be like a Christian. And I thought they were kind of like Christians too, but I'm not really sure anymore. And it's making me think, maybe I should do some more research, especially for the fact that sometimes people do things with animals. Now, not saying that was a part of his culture. I can't really say Amish people approve of this. This may be something that's in the back. I don't want to say what I'm just going to say, but something that's in secret and private that's not approved by people of Amish belief systems. I'm not going to say that they approve of this, but the fact that it's done and people know about it, I don't know what to say. But she thought that basically he wouldn't be a problem because of his belief system. He would be a good guy, and he wouldn't be like the other guys, these players out here. She got her a nice young little Amish man that she can control, and possibly he'll treat her right. And now she's seeing a lot of that flipped on his head, turned backwards, and who knows what else he'll get into. I mean, he's like a kid in a candy store for the first time. It's the first time at Toys R Us, and he's playing with everything. The phone access enough is in itself is an open door to everything in this world. I don't know what to say, but we on CBiz Media, we root for love, faith, love, and trends. It's all about all of that. But I don't know what to say about this couple. Since they have tied the knot, I do respect their marriage, and I hope they can work everything out, and I hope things can get better. But a lot of suspect things have already happened. The way it started, the way it's going, I don't know how it's going to end. Thoughts, questions, comments on this show, Forbidden Love, this couple, Lindsey and Elmer. Connect with me, email me at cbiztv@yahoo.com. That's cbiztv@yahoo.com. We'll talk again. All the best. God bless.